Planet Zoo has been rated E10 by the ESRB for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for all players aged 10 years and up. Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the Greensborough Zoo. I just wanted to show you something real quick. I plotted things out for the next several habitats, just figuring out where I'm going to put things and what animals I want. So each one of these areas is going to be a new habitat or exhibit. And right here, I'm putting Bongos and Okapi along this line. And in this corner here, there's going to be pangolins. Then Binturong south of the pangolins. I think that's south anyway. Let's call it south. Then beside the pangolin, the Binturongs, there's going to be a habitat for the giant, the giant flying foxes or something or other, the bats, and then raccoons right on this area here. I don't have it exactly spaced out, and I don't have the paths worked out yet. I could entirely erase this path. In fact, I'm thinking about doing it. But these are the general areas, and this is going to be the next general part of the zoo. I do have the rest of the zoo plotted out, and hopefully we'll get it going from there. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do was do Bongos and Okapi, which is going to be right over here. So I'm going to start on that. Let's see. What do I need? I need the vertical plank walls. These. Okay. I got to tell you guys, I am a little wiped out today. My brother Nathan and I spent the weekend at Epcot and Walt Disney World doing the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Holy moly, was that fun, but damn if I'm not tired. Got back last night. I was driving home, taking my turn driving home, and I got about halfway and went, Nathan, I need you to take over. I'm about to fall asleep. And he said, okay, and we switched and he drove. And about 2 seconds after he started driving, I was asleep. I was done for. And today I'm kind of stiff and I'm achy, but damned if we didn't have a good time. It really was a good time. Okay. 3 or 4. You know what? Let's go back one more. Okay. This is going to be both the shelter for the animals, and it's going to be the place where we put the keeper hut. Why don't we just do this? Make a little more room. All right. Okay, keeper hut, keeper hut, keeper hut. Where art thou, keeper hut? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm still very tired. It was a fun time, but I poured every ounce of energy into this thing. There was some pretty great food, some really great music. Had a couple of interesting boat rides. and took a trip on the Skyliner, the gondolas. At one point in the afternoon, we decided to go over to Hollywood Studios because we were going to ride Rise of the Resistance, one of the Star Wars rides there, but it was shut down by the time we got there. It had been, having technical difficulties that day, so we didn't get to ride it. And I'm like, that's a bummer. But it happens sometimes. I am yawning to beat the band. Yeah. I'm just going to say it ahead of time. If I go quiet, it's not because I don't have anything to say. It's because I've fallen asleep. No, I'm not that tired, but it feels like it sometimes. Because, damn. But yeah, the food was great. Did not indulge in any alcohol, but the food was great. There's a place in Hollywood Studios which serves this absolutely wonderful hard cider that I'm a big fan of. And we were considering doing that, but we didn't. Ended up having traditional English fish and chips for lunch. If you ever go to Epcot, you deserve to go to the British Pavilion and indulge in their fish and chips. It is so wonderful. I mean, yeah, it's, kind of stereotypical to have, the British food, it's fish and chips. Yeah, but it's wonderful fish and chips. And there I go yawning again. So I made up a plan for the zoo, and I've grouped some of the animals together. Hold on a second. Research, yeah, okay. All right, that's good. We're getting the research done for the turtles. When we get to tigers, ooh, spoilers. When we get to the tigers, I'll finish the research on the tigers. But anyway, if you hear my voice and you can tell that I'm kind of slurring a little, it's because I'm tired. I don't normally slur my words, but yeah, I'm bushed, as they used to say. And I probably will be until tomorrow. All right, let's see. There we go, that'll work. Let's put a floor in here. Ooh, yeah, that works, that works. Okay. All right. Oh, boy. Yeah, I foresee a nap in my future. So we had some wonderful food and listened to some great music and just generally had a good time. If you've never, if you live at all close to Epcot and you've never been to Food and Wine, treat yourself sometime and go. And if you're ever planning a Florida vacation, you want to go to Epcot, Food and Wine is probably not the best time to do it because it gets busy, but it's definitely worth the look. Here we go. Hold on. One, two, three, four, five, six. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I can't right now correctly judge the volume of my own voice. Part of it's because I'm tired, and part of it's because I got some pretty serious earphones on. There we go. Yeah, one-way glass. Good, good, good. And let's see. Oh, me. I'll be honest, I'm having trouble thinking of things to say while I'm doing this because I'm like, I'm tired. But I can't just talk about how tired I am. So yeah, I came up with this plan. And what I'm doing here, besides the Okapi and the Bongos, I'm doing a little area for nocturnal animals. I'll have an area for farm animals that's basically intended to be as close as you can get to a petting zoo in Planet Zoo. And there's going to be a section for African savanna animals, and there'll be a section for Asian animals, and I'm planning a primate house in the same sort of way that I did the reptile house here with the various habitats coming out of it. We're going to do one that it's going to have lemurs and chimpanzees and gorillas. Okay. Alright, that looks alright. Perfect. Okay. Ah, and in the background you may be hearing my mother's dog going off on a family member. I like Robin. Robin's a fun dog to play with, but he gets it into his head that I need to play with him at all times, and because I'm not playing with him, he will bark at me. And he does the same thing to basically everybody else. You're not playing with me. Yarp, 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 yarp. Like I didn't spend the entire morning throwing the ball for him to chase. He loves chasing the ball. Literally his favorite activity. He's a very active puppy and he's a good dog. I call him a puppy like he's not 6 years old. I mean, for crying out loud, he's fathered children before we got to him. But he has, in fact, fathered children. Okay. Let's do the rest of the habitat now that I got that done. I want this. We're going to have a consistency in design with all the habitat borders. All right. So yeah, that's how I spent my weekend, getting, completely worn out at Epcot Center. It was fun. Oh my God, was it fun. The hell? There we go. But it was physically and emotionally draining. It always is. Disney trips always are. I am not a spring chicken anymore. There's a reason why my channel is now called Grumpy Young Man. You know? I had a good time. I'm just tired. And in March, I get to do it all over again for my birthday. We don't know the exact details of what we're going to be doing in March yet, but Nathan has told me that he intends to take me for my birthday and do something special. And the reason he's doing this is because I came very close earlier this year. I came very close to not having any more birthdays. So from now on, we're going to treat everyone like it's a special occasion, because the honest truth is, it is a special occasion. All right. What do I want across the front? again, I'm going to dip into these right here. There we go. Okay. I had somebody ask me why I made all my habitats flat, and I'm like, I don't make all of my habitats flat. It's just a lot of them, it seems like it would be appropriate. I've been to a lot of zoos, and I've seen a lot of zoos. And there are some times where the habitats the animals are in are relatively one-dimensional, especially with the hoof stock, you know, the antelopes and the buffalo and the cattle and such. On the other hand, you've got other animals which, you know, especially the big cats, and they'll have multi-tiered habitats that obviously took a lot of engineering, and you know, the ape habitats as well. Now, granted, we've got one ape habitat here, and it's pretty flat, but the terrain for it isn't, and the baboons are thriving, so it's not like they're complaining. Okay. Let's get the animals in. Here we go. All right. Bongos and Okapi. Every month, and every month. Okay, let me get a drink real quick before I continue. For those who are wondering, I am enjoying that classic of Southern cuisine, iced tea. Hey, more research. I learned how to make iced tea from my grandmother, who was a Southern chef. I've spoken about her before. She was the inspiration for my entire career as a chef. I want to go borrow something from here. Whoops, hello. That. I want to borrow that. And but yeah, she was the inspiration for my entire career as a chef. And she was a wonderful person, wonderful woman, creative cook, kind. Didn't have an unkind bone in her body, and Never met a person she didn't like. Never harbored the slightest bit of prejudice in her life. She taught me so much. One of the things she taught me was how to make proper Southern iced tea, and boy howdy do I enjoy the heck out of it. I prefer iced tea to soda. You know, not because it's healthier for me or anything, because I don't know if it is or not. It might be, but I just prefer the taste. You know, in my opinion, it tastes better than soda. Now I'm rambling about soda. I apologize. All right, let's get these animals set up. Oh, good. Yes, just in time. I think the first thing we're going to do is give them a heater. Okay. I'm going to get one of the fancy water pipes. There we go. That one? Yeah, let's use that one. There we go. Okay, they've got food, they've got shelter, they've got warmth. Put down some toys. I don't expect to move much because I've got a lot of development set for this habitat. It's going to be pretty good. Right now it's still bare bones. And we have an escaped animal. You check the barriers. That's what did it. The barriers don't go all the way over. I adjusted the size of the habitat without adjusting the barriers because I'm tired and I miss that kind of nonsense. All right, let's fix that forthwith. There we go. That should fix everything right there. Okay. I was talking earlier about the plan and how I do have one. I will be following it. Basically, I don't know yet really which of these other habitats I'm going to be putting together first, but it will be one of them. And when I get done with this section, I'll move on to the next section, which I think is going to be the petting zoo. I think I'm going to work on the petting zoo next. But some of the future animals that I haven't like spaced out for locations and all that number. Some of the future animals include the palace cat. Thinking about putting oh, what else? Leopards, cheetahs, maybe. Lions, things like that. Anyway, let's now that we've got them toys and food and bedding, they need places to hide, coverage. So cluster Asian, no, African, tropical. Let's just make it cluster tropical. Give these animals a little privacy. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Basically, we're going to give them plants to hide behind. And stuff like that. Not only does it make the habitat look better, but it calms the animals down. I mean, Okapi are pretty private creatures. Bongos not so much, but Okapi don't like being gawked at. So if they have places to hide, they're happier. There we go. Right. Okay. Soil. Lots of soil. Okay. All right, here we go. Soil. Let's put some around here. Take it down there. You notice I'm not just willy-nilly rambling, covering the place in soil. That's because I like for the terrain to make sense. Okay, what else do we need? We need rock and we need a little long grass. Long grass I can do. Let's put long grass right here in the middle. And as for the rock, I don't really have a place for it, so let's put it under here and we'll take it out like that. There we go. And what next? Soil. More soil. Soil, soil, soil. Okay. Looks like they can get by mostly on soil, which is fine. A little bit of sand right along the back. There we go. Now, plants and coverage are good. Enrichment is good. Okay, the bongos are cool. Let's look at our Okapi. Let's find our Okapi. They're in the shelter. Okay. All right. Hard shelter, more than enough room. Terrain is good. What's the problem? Cleanliness. Ah, right. Okay. So work zones. Animal care. There we go. This will bring the keepers to the yard. That makes sense. You know, I mean, there's a lot of animals in this habitat. It makes sense that, you know, they poop. They're going to poop. So. All right. You go get signage. And we'll make this sign all about bongos and the speakers about the bongos. But we'll do a second sign about the Okapi, like that. All right. There we go. Dang it. You're being uncooperative, game. I know what I want. I want to copy this piece. Whoops, not that piece. That piece right there. Not the wall. Like that. Okay. Okay. That's 2 for the bongos. We're going to put 1 in the middle for the Okapi. All right. We'll put an education talk down. Animal talk. And this one down here will be for the bongos. Bongo, bongo. There's a French song. And the singer is actually talking about the musical instrument bongo. But it's still a cool song. And it's from the 20s, from the jazz age. I have a very eclectic musical taste and I love jazz. Let's see, it is November in game, so December, January. We monk the stock in January. And we'll give them the conservation playlist. And over here, this will be the Okapi talk. And we'll make this in February. The conservation playlist. Okay, link seating. Confirm. And let's get the work zone set up. Guest education. All right. And we're already getting a crowd set up. That's great. That is fantastic. We're going to move this second one down here. We're going to, make it from February to April. That way they don't interfere with one another. Okay, we now need collection buckets. Oh yeah, I like how that's coming. That looks great. What do you think? I think this looks great. All right, okay, if the space is getting a little tight, then by all means, let's get rid of some of the rocks. Okay. 1340 out of 1341, I think we can survive it. Thirsty. Thirsty, it's got an... Inaccessible. Inaccessible? Jesus. Okay, well. We'll put in a second water pipe. I'm not proud. All right. Research. And research on the tortoises is complete. Very good. I think that's the first animal from the new pack that I've completed research on. It's a little much. That's not bad, though. That's nice, but there's not enough room for it. That's one. The blueprints that I like are the small ones. You know, with the small clusters of flora, because you can put them in a lot of different places. And as anybody will tell you, I mean, for crying out loud, Adam Up relies on blueprints, and he says, you know, make something, store it, reuse it. It's just easier that way. And I do the same thing. Okay, what I'm going to put here is basically a drink stand, maybe 2 drink stands, or a drink stand in a bathroom. I want to get the buildings. You know, I like having the unified theme, and I like this particular design of the building. Like so. Now let's put in a drink stand. What should I sell here? I've got a couple of soda shops. I think what we want to do here. Let's do milkshakes. We'll get the sign up. Now the only problem with Cosmic Cow, the Cosmic Cow milkshake sign is it's just so fucking huge. Look at this. There we go. Give people a place to sit. More importantly, give people a place to put their garbage. Alrighty. So, tell me in the comments what you think of our new habitat. I think it looks pretty good. Of course, I'm biased. I made this stupid thing. So let me know what you think. And, like I said, I don't know which of these we're going to do next, but we will be doing one of them. And it's, you know, the theme here is nocturnal animals. Raccoons, pangolins, binorongs, and the bats. We're also going to have, like I said, a petting zoo portion. We're going to have a section that's devoted to the African prairie. We're going to have one for the Asian mountains, I think, maybe. I was also contemplating an Arctic session with, caribou and winter wolves and things like that. Let me know what you think. If you have any specific wants or opinions, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. You know that. And in the meantime, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
You could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. Give an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble. You gotta